Starting around 31 October 2023, AMP generally is exchanging at $0.002 in term of its United States dollars rate, with the value change of 0.37% in kind of most recent 1 hour and in every practical sense, huge way. AMP sort of has an extremely complete market cap of $67,730,588, with the 24-hour exchanging volume of $3,284,664, exceptionally in spite of prevalent thinking. This in a real sense makes AMP in every practical sense, positioning at 303 in the cryptographic money market, or so they essentially thought. On the off chance that you especially are a crypto financial backer, and considering what especially is the AMP cost expectation end of 2023, what will AMP generally be in every practical sense worth in 2023, which for the most part is genuinely critical? Is AMP a sort of wise venture or worth purchasing in 2023, which sort of is very critical? Will AMP cost really outperform its unequaled high, which especially is genuinely huge? These essentially are our AMP cost expectations for AMP's future, which in a real sense is genuinely critical. AMP value expectation 2023 as per the AMP conjecture cost and specialized examination. In 2023, the AMP cost certainly is supposed to in a real sense cross a by and large normal value level of $0.003, the normal especially least value worth of AMP, toward the finish of the very current year, ought to for the most part be $0.003 in an unpretentious manner. Besides, AMP can fundamentally arrive at a by and large most extreme value level of $0.003 in an especially significant manner. AMP value gauge August 2023. In August 2023, the by and large greatest cost for AMP could generally stretch around $0.003 in an every practical sense huge way. Besides, the minimum cost of AMP in August 2023 generally is $0.003 with a by and large normal cost of $0.003 in an especially huge manner. AMP value figure September 2023. In September 2023, the cost of AMP especially is determined to explicitly be at around an extremely least worth of $0.003 in an unpretentious manner. The AMP value worth can arrive at a kind of limit of $0.003, with the sort of typical exchanging worth of $0.003 in United States dollars, or so they generally thought. AMP value figure October 2023. The AMP gauge for October 2023 expects that the AMP might arrive at a really greatest worth of $0.003, with a genuinely least cost of around $0.003, truly, as opposed to prevalent thinking. Discussing the in every way that really matters, normal value AMP can in a real sense stretch around $0.003 for October, which generally is very critical. AMP value figure November 2023. The AMP cost for November 2023 may especially arrive at a genuinely least worth of $0.003, while the kind of greatest estimated cost by and large is around $0.003, which explicitly is very critical. The kind of typical cost for AMP in every practical sense is generally anticipated to for the most part reach $0.003 in November 2023 in an unobtrusive way. AMP value conjecture December 2023. In December 2023, the cost of AMP basically is estimated to fundamentally be at around a very least worth of $0.003 in an especially huge manner. The AMP value worth can explicitly arrive at an exceptionally limit of $0.003, with the genuinely normal exchanging worth of $0.003 in United States dollars, which especially shows that AMP value figure November 2023. The AMP cost for November 2023 may fundamentally arrive at a genuinely least worth of $0.003, while the really greatest gauge cost especially is around $0.003. Or so they generally thought. AMP sort of past value examination in the beyond 24 hours, the crypto generally has been diminished by 0.44% in its kind of current worth in a for the most part enormous manner. Assuming that we essentially look at the extremely current market cap of the AMP with yesterday's, you can in a real sense see that the market cap by and large is likewise down in a quite huge manner. AMP basically is confronting an essentially difficult time jumping aboard with fundamentally other crypto coins, truly as opposed to prevalent thinking. The AMP generally is down to nearly 2.54% in the kind of most recent 7 days, showing how AMP value gauge September 2023 In September 2023, the cost of AMP in a real sense is gauged to be at around a really least worth of $0.003, or so they sort of thought. The coin generally is as yet showing taking a chance with outlining portions for genuinely past really couple of days. The coin could explicitly have kind of solid basics at the same time. We don't truly imagine that it would a productive resource and transient in an exceptionally significant manner. Inside the by and large most recent 1 month, the cost of AMP sort of diminished by 59.902%, disposing of an astounding certainly normal amount of $0.002 from its especially current worth. Extremely further appearance, how the AMP in a real sense is down to nearly 2.54% over the most recent 7 days, showing how AMP value estimate September 2023. In September 2023, the cost of AMP by and large is gauged to generally be at around an especially least worth of $0.003, amazingly. This unexpected down really implies that the coin by and large is in plunge at the present time, implying that it can generally be a very decent by and large purchase, a potential open door for sort of fast speculation, showing that moreover. The minimum cost of AMP in August 2023 basically is $0.003, with an especially normal cost of $0.003 in a sort of huge manner. The 90 days cost change generally is near 67.20%, and the cost certainly coursed from an extremely least sort of typical cost of $0.005 to pretty greatest in every practical sense, normal cost of $0.005 in the truly beyond 90 days. Truly further appearance how AMP value conjecture December 2023. In December 2023, the cost of AMP fundamentally is gauged to in every way that really matters, be at around an essentially least worth of $0.003 in an exceptionally significant manner. AMP explicitly is somewhere around 48.43%, with the truly greatest genuinely normal cost of the coin, in a real sense, was around $0.003, and the base sort of typical cost of for the most part was around $0.003 and truly beyond 4 months, so these in a real sense are our AMP cost expectations for AMP's future, extremely as opposed to prevalent thinking. AMP value figure 2023 facts. What will truly be AMP essentially worth in 2023? Most certainly in opposition to mainstream thinking. The AMP cost for the most part is estimated to really arrive at a sort of greatest degree of $0.003, with genuinely least cost of $0.003 toward the finish of 2023, sort of in opposition to prevalent thinking. Does AMP really have a future, by and large, as opposed to prevalent thinking? As far as value, AMP explicitly has an extraordinary genuinely potential to explicitly arrive at new levels, showing that does AMP in every practical sense have